Hello my dear students. So today we will continue with arithmetic mean continuation part. Arithmetic mean, you know only how we do mean and all, but simple again I'll tell you. Now there's two numbers, suppose A and B, we have to find middle number between this A and B. Suppose we are taking it as capital A. So how we'll take A is equal to A plus B divided by 2, right? Then we will get the middle number. For example, there is 2, 6. Middle number we want to find. So this is A plus B, right? So 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So how much you will get? 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So the middle number is what? 2, 4, 6. I hope you have understood how you do arithmetic mean. So like this only we can find n number of means, like we can insert n number of numbers between your first and last term, that is your A and B. So in this case, how we can find out in your general form, your a n, how we will get? Now here it is a, b, 2 numbers, so your b is what? N plus 2 term, right? N plus 2th term it is. So according to the formula, how it is? Now we are finding for b, b is equal to a plus, how it will be? So it is n plus 2 formula, so it will be n plus 2 minus 1 d, right? So if we want to take d, how it will be? B minus a whole divided by n plus 2 minus 1 becomes what? N plus 1. So here d we have got n plus 1. So now the n numbers between a and b, how we can find n numbers between a and b? As your formula, see, we can say means this is a, means this is what? A plus d, a plus 2d, so on up to it is a plus n d. So first your a1, how it is? General form, how it is given? A plus d. See, a1 is a plus d, right? So a, what is your d? What we have taken? B minus a whole divided by n plus 1. Same, your a2. a2a means what? A plus 2d. In the same way, a plus 2, what is your d? B minus a whole divided by n plus 1. So on. So your a n will be what? A plus n d, right? So this becomes a plus n into b minus a whole divided by n plus 1. So in your general, like inserting the numbers. So like this, if we get to know our d, then we can find the numbers, right? A1, A2, like how many numbers are there between this? In such a way, just that is the form. We will go for the exercise part. Exercise 9.2, third question I have taken. In an AP, the first term is 2. First term they have given 2, suppose a is equal to 2. And the sum of the first 5 terms is 1/4 of the next 5 terms. And then show that 20th term is minus 112. So here what they are telling, first term they have given, they are telling the sum of first 5 terms, sum of first 5 terms, okay, first 5 terms. See, sum means it will be not only for one term or two term, it will be full. Now first 5 terms means it is of first 5 terms sum. So S5, yes, S5 first 5 terms is equal to 1/4. 1/4 means 1/4 of the next 5 terms. Of next 5 terms it is telling. So see, now whenever they are telling sum, now S5 means first 5 term. Now if it is S6 or S7 means your first 6 terms, your first 7 terms. So now next 5 terms they are telling means, and your always the sum will be from start. From start, your first 5 terms, your first 6 terms. Now they are telling next 5 terms, so directly you can't take this. So how we have to take? First 10, okay, sum of 10 terms minus again the first 5 terms. Then you will get these terms, right? If you have, right, if you have 1, you have 2, and here you have 3. So here in between you have to find out. So first you will add this, because you know this, and then you will subtract from this number. So what is the remaining? You get it, right? In the same way, so first 10 terms subtracting your first 5 terms, you get the remaining 5 terms. So how we will write? S10 minus S5. Then it will be easy. What they have said, we have written in the same way. So here First we have to find sum, means in that we have to find our d, right, because they're telling show that 20th term is minus 112. Already first term they have given, we have to find our d and then we have to show our 20th, means an as your minus 112, which is n is what here, 20. So first we will do this. Take your 4 to the other side, 4 s5, you will be having s10 minus s5. So s5 taking it to the other side only. So you have got here, after this you are easy, right, because we have to use our sum formula only. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So here you see n is what, 5, right? So 5 by 2, 2. Even a they have said us, they have given a is what, 2. Already a is given. Given a is equal to 2. So 2 into 2 plus again n minus 1d, right? N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. 10 by 2 here, even s10, n is what, 10. So 10 by 2, 2 into 2 plus 10 minus 1d. Now just solve it off. So 2 1s are 2 5s I have done. You will be having 5 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 5 minus 1 4d. Here also 5 into 2 2s are 4 plus 10 minus 1 9d. Even this 5 get cancels out. Here also see from this 2 I can take common, then this 2 get cancels off. So you have got 5 by 2, 2 I have taken common. So remaining 2 plus 2d, 4 plus 9d, 2 get cancels. 5, 2 plus 2d, 4 plus 9d, 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10d, 4 plus 9d. So d terms and your just numerical terms taking one side. So 10d minus 9d is d, 4 minus 10 is minus 6. So d you have got. Here they have said show that a 20th term is 100 and minus 12. So a 20th they are asking. So our normal formula is a plus n minus 1 d, right? So a 20th, a they have given 2, our n is what, 20 minus 1, and d also we have got, that is minus 6. So see whether we are getting or no. So 2 minus 19 into 6. So you will get minus 112. So a 20th you are getting minus 112, which is our correct. I hope this is clear for you how you have to solve. Sixth question, if the sum of a certain number of terms of AP 25, 22, 19 is 116, find the last term. They have given AP, they are telling sum of this particular AP is 116, means Sn is 116. So from this first term we are getting A, D we are getting, we have to find what, N, and they are telling you to find the last term. So if we get N, then only we can get the last term, right? So your Sn formula is what, Sn is equal to N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So substitute everything. Sn they have said 116, so I am writing 116, n we don't know, so we are keeping as it is 2. A is 25 plus n minus 1, and d also we have got 3. So now just solve it, take 2 here. So we have put n by 2 to 25 plus n minus 1, d is minus 3. See here you will get minus 3, 25, 20, 22 minus 25 is minus 3, right? Please be careful in that. So 232, here 2 when I have cross multiplied, so you will be having 50, this is minus, minus into minus, this becomes plus, minus 3n is 3n, minus into 1 is plus 3. So open it up, again multiply your n, 50n minus 3n square, and this is plus 3n, okay. So 232, 50n plus 3n is 53n, 3n square plus 53n, take it to the other side. So you have got in quadratic equation, split your 53n, 232, split it up. So 232 into 3 is 696, so 696, 53. So 24, 29. See, if you multiply, you will get this, and if you add also 9, 4, 13, 2, 4, 5, yeah, 53. So we can split it, plus 24n plus 29n minus 2, 32 equal to 0. Do your quadratic equation. So see here when you take this negative, we won't get proper. So to form quadratic equation also you should be careful enough. Plus 3n square plus 53n, taking it to the other side only, we will take it. So you will get here minus 3n square minus 53n plus 32. We have taken it to the other side. Why? Because here you had negative, right? So minus. So if we take it to the other side, this becomes plus 3n square minus 53n plus 232 equal to 0. So 696, remove the factor. So you're getting minus 24 minus 29, you get minus 53n. So split it up, 3n common, so remaining n minus 8 plus 29, again remaining n minus 8. So we'll be having n minus 8 and 3n plus 29, which is equal to 0. So n equal to 8, you'll get how n minus 8 equal to 0 means n equal to 8, or one more is that 3n is equal to 0 minus 29, n is equal to minus 29 by 3. So you're getting n is equal to 8, n is equal to, so you'll get n is equal to minus 29 3. So in this both what we have to take, obvious this fraction wise we don't want, so we'll consider our n is equal to 8. So they have said you to find last term, right? So we are considering n as 8, which means that is our last term, which last number. So a8, a plus n minus 1 d. A first term we know that is 25, n minus is 7, and d also we have got minus 3. So you can see 25 minus 21, a8 is equal to 4. So your last term is 4. I hope this is clear for you how we have to solve. Next is 10th question. If the sum of first p terms of an AP is equal to the sum of first q terms, then find the sum of the first p plus q terms they are telling. What they are telling? Sum of first p terms. Sum of first p terms of an AP, of one AP, this sum of first p terms is equal to the sum of first q terms, SQ. Then find the sum of first p plus q terms they are telling. So SP is equal to SQ. So write down the formula, split it up. Your SN formula is Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, right? So p term is this. So this will be p by 2, 2a plus p minus 1d. And here it is q by 2, 2a plus q minus 1d, right? So this 2 get cancels off, multiply. So multiplying 2ap plus p into p minus 1d is equal to 2aq plus q into q minus 1d. 2ap multiplied pp square minus p d, 2aq plus q square minus q, 2aq plus q square minus q d. Now see your p q take one side and your d part take another side. Why? Because your d is common, right? In this both 2a is common, so p minus q. In this both d is common, so q square minus q minus p square plus p. 2a p minus q left hand side you keep. Here you see p minus q is there, from here also we can get. So just group it up, your q p terms and your q square p square terms. So you have p minus q, I have kept p minus q, q square minus p square it is. So how I'll do, I'll take minus sign common, then I'll be having p square minus q square, right? If you multiply and see, you'll get the same. So d, here you are having p minus q minus, this is p square minus q square. So how you can take p minus q into p plus q, right? A square minus b square. So here p minus q is there, from this both also p minus q I'll take common, then we can cut it off. See, p minus q get cancels off, so left is 1 minus p of plus q, p minus q, you are having 2a is equal to d of 1 minus p plus q. So how I have written 2a is equal to 1 minus p minus q d, right? So this you have got. What they have asked to find the sum of first p plus q terms. So we'll find this sum. So sum you are finding, so s p plus q, n by 2 means p plus q by 2. So for p plus q we are doing 2a plus n minus 1 d, right? So p plus q minus 1 of d. So p plus q by 2. See, 2a value you have already got, it is what, 1 minus p minus q into d, and here you are getting plus p plus q minus 1 into d. Okay, so d first you take outside. If you take outside, you will be having 1 minus p minus q plus p plus q minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 get cancels off, minus p plus p get cancels off, this and this. So in short, p plus q by 2 into d, here you are getting 0. So anything multiplied by 0, so you will get here 0. So the sum of first p plus q terms is what? It's 0. I hope this is clear for you. We have taken 14th question. insert 5 numbers between 8 and 26 such that the resulting sequence is an AP. So let your 5 numbers, let A1 to A5 be 5 numbers between 8 and 26, such that means how it will be 8, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, 26. So we have inserted 5 numbers in AP. So here you see, you are getting now a sequence AP. Here your A is 8, okay, and your last, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your N is 7. So your A7 is what? 26, right? A7, you are getting your A7th term is 26. So you are getting A7. So you have A7th term as 26. So A7 is equal to A plus N minus 1D. Write the formula. A7 is 26. A is 8 plus 7 minus 1D. 26, take your 8 this side, minus 8 equal to 7 minus 1 is 60. So 18 is equal to 60. So D you are getting 18 by 6. So 6 3 is 18. So D is your 3. So see difference that you have got, so easily we can find out the AP, right? So your first term is 8, second term is what? So D you are getting 3. So how we have AP? A comma A plus D, A plus 2D, right? So A plus D. So 8 plus 3 is 11. Again 11 plus 3. Like this you should go on adding your D terms. So 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14, 14 plus 3 is 17. 17 plus 3 20, 20 plus 3 is 23, 23 plus 3 is 26. So this is the sequence which you have got. Okay. Last question, 18th one. The difference between any two consecutive interior angles of a polygon is 5 degree. If the smallest angle is 120 degree, find the number of sides of the polygon. So what the question is telling, see what it is telling, difference between any two consecutive interior angles. So difference it has already given of a polygon, how much? 5 degree. So D they have given. If the smallest angle is 120, smallest means the start one, right? So A can be our smallest, 120 degree. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Number of sides means they are asking N, and they are asking us. So we will see. So if your first angle is 120 degree, that is smallest angle they are telling, so obvious it will be your first angle, right? 120 degree. So next will be what? Difference they have given 5, right? So 120 plus 5, 125, 130, like this. So we'll find first sum. Sum is what? N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 D. We don't know N, obvious. So N by 2 we are keeping 2. A is your 120. So you have got Sn is equal to N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 D. N we don't know 2. A we know that is 120 plus N minus 1. D also we know 5. So 2 into 120, 240, multiply 5N minus 5. See 240 minus 5 you are getting 235 plus 5N. Take this as 1. In your lower classes you have studied that sum, what you have studied, sum as angles of polygon, it is given as N minus 2 of 180 degree. Yes, N minus 2 into 180 degree. So this sum and this sum we both will equate it. So sum as polygon N minus 2 into 180 degree, and our this sum what we have got, it is what? N by 2, 235 plus 5N. Now just equating everything and then finding out N. So you have got this, multiply 2. So you get 360 into N minus 2 is equal to N into 235 plus 5N. Multiply 360 into N minus 360 into 2 is 720. 235 into N plus 5N square. So 5N square is positive. So this you take to the other side. 5N square plus 235N minus 360N plus 720 equal to 0. So 5N square, 235 minus 316 is minus 125 plus 720 equal to 0. See from this 5 I can take common. So take 5. N square minus 25N plus 144. 525 is a 125, 144 is a 720. 5 though cannot be equal to 0. So we are not taking this. We will take N square minus 25N plus 144 equal to 0. So find out the factors for your 144 such that you get 25. So 12 though we can't. 16 and 9 we can take, and minus 16 minus 9. You'll get minus 25. So you'll get N square minus 16n minus 9n plus 144 equal to 0. So, you will be having n minus 16 minus 9. So, you will be having n minus 16 equal to 0. So, you will get n minus 16, n minus 9 equal to 0. So, equate it. One is n minus 16 equal to 0 and another is n minus 9 equal to 0. So, n equal to 16, n equal to 9. So, you have got 2. So, we will check what will be the number of sides, 9 or 16. So, if we take 16n as your 16, if n is equal to 16, which means a 16 is equal to a plus 15 d you will get, right. So, a we have 120 plus 15, d is 5. So, 120 plus 15 5s are 75. So, 120 75 5 9 195. So, see the angle you are getting 195, but our any angle does not exceed 180 degree, you are getting 190 degrees. So, 16 this is wrong. So, number of sides will be what? N, 9. So, the number of sides of polygon is n, 9. Okay. So, this will be wrong because 195 doesn't make, 9 will be your number of sides. I hope this much is clear for you. Next, we will proceed with our geometric progression GP. Even this you have done in your lower classes. So, what is your geometric progression? See, your sequence A1, A2, AN is called geometric progression if each term is non-zero, right? It should be non-zero. And R, how it is given, ratio, right? A k plus 1 by divided by k, means how R is given as A2 by A1. Here you are finding common ratio. In AP it was common difference, that is you were subtracting. Here you will do the division and it is called common ratio. So, how we obtain our GP is given as A, AR square, AR cube, so on, right? Where your A is first term and your R is called common ratio. So, the general term, how it is given? General nth term of GP is given by AN, that is AR n minus 1. So, the sequence it will be what? AR n minus 1. The same, the sequence depending upon it is finite or infinite. Now, the series how it will be? Your adding operations, that is addition, right? A plus AR square, so on up to AR n minus 1. It is called as a finite and infinite geometric series depending on the sequence, however it is. The same sum, how it is given? Even for GP also sum will be there, right? Sum of n terms. Here you will be having two part based on your R. Sn is equal to A of 1 minus R raised to n divided by R if your R is less than 1. And Sn is equal to A R raised to n minus 1 by R if R is greater than 1. This is everything you have been studied. So, just little bit in gist I am explaining you. Just bit part, I am not going in a detail. Geometric mean, how it is given? Of two positive integers, it is given as root of AB, right? For example, now you have 2 and 8. So, between this, the numbers if you want to find geometric mean, how you do? AB. How you have to do? Root of AB you have to find. Here A is what? 2 and B is 8. So, 2 8s are 16 and square root is 4. So, the between number is 4. I hope you have understood. And your general mean, how you have found? A raised to n, A into R raised to n, where your R is given by B by A, n by n plus 1, right? So, this will be in general part. I hope this much is clear for you. So, we will meet in our next class. In that we will see the relation between your geometric mean and your arithmetic mean, and we can proceed to the problems. Please go through it and make your notes. Thank you.